Welcome to the TU Animation Industry Podcast. I'm your hostess, Murat. My social media is Murattoons. In today's episode, we'll be talking about what makes a good portfolio for getting hired in the animation industry. We'll discuss the types of work you should include, the quality of your work, and how to present your portfolio. We'll also talk about how many samples you should have in your portfolio and how to sell yourself during an interview. So whether you're just starting out in animation or you're looking to make a career change, this episode is for you. So joining us today, anybody want to introduce themselves? Yes.
My name is Adrian. Social media is AI Comics on YouTube and AI Comics on webtoons.
Hi, I'm Naomi. Social media is Sylvie two underscores DG, and it's on Instagram.
Oh, hello. I'm Jules Hinman, short for Julian. My social medias include Facebook, Deviantart, Reddit, Patreon, and Instagram.
Alright, Logan? Yeah.
Hi, I'm Logan. I don't have any social media
Alright, no problem.
that I actively use.
And I'm Yafet Banks, short for Yachty, and my Twitter/X account is @trueyattibanks.
You wanna join us this time? Okay. Alright, that is everyone. So to start off, how to the art of selling yourself. So
We're not talking about prostitution.
Okay, whether you're looking for a job, an internship, or even new opportunity, it's important to be able to market yourself effectively. Here are a few tips on how to sell yourself. Know your strengths and weaknesses. The first step to selling yourself is to know what you enjoy doing, what you're passionate about. Once you know your strengths, you can start focusing on how you can use them to your advantage. Number 2, be confident. Confidence is key when it comes to selling yourself. If you believe in yourself, others will too. Stand tall, speak clearly, make eye contact, so that you're confident in your abilities, that you're the best person for the job. Talk about your accomplishments, contributions you did, and how it helped them or helped out your clients. Number 3, be prepared, do your research, and be prepared to answer any questions that may come your way. Be sure to have a portfolio of your work ready to show, and be prepared to talk about your experience and skills. Like, for instance, you could message some of the workers on LinkedIn if you wanted to get like background information about the work environment, what kind of people that work there. Be professional, dress professionally, and arrive on time for interviews. Sometimes showing up maybe 15, 30 minutes early is a good thing to do. It looks nice, makes you look good. Be polite, be respectful to everyone you meet. First impressions are important, so make sure you make a good one. After the interview, do a follow-up. Be sure to send a thank you note. This is a great way to show your appreciation and to reiterate your interest in the position. Selling yourself is a daunting task, but it's important to remember that you have something to offer. Be confident, be prepared, and be professional, and you'll be sure to make a good impression. I'll do like I'll open this up to a group questions of just like, what are key elements of a strong portfolio for an animator?
I would say the quality of your work.
Mm-hmm.
An interesting art style. Well, not interesting, more of like a eye-catching is what I was trying to say.
Specifying what style of animation your specialty is?
Yes. It's certainly important to know the company who you're applying for. Like, so for instance, maybe if you're sending your portfolio to, say, Disney Animation, you should show that you're able to replicate the Disney style or their quality of animation, whether it be 2D or 3D.
Definitely not their quality of writing.
If I have to be really desperate to go to Disney. I like in terms of principles alone, I disagree with them on some things, specifically like how they constantly bend the knee to China and stuff like that. For more on that, see the making of the Mulan remake.
Oh.
I'm afraid to work for Disney, but only because I'm afraid they might take my ideas and turn them into something else.
So, what I know about that is that there is like
About what?
like no, there's like a special form that that they agree that they won't take your ideas, because there's like I suppose if you do manage to like maybe pitch your ideas to Disney, well, I learned about this during like the Bill Plimpton documentary, where apparently for his contract when he was being hired by Disney, was that almost anything that he would create during his time for them would become their property.
Yeah.
Yeah. So even if you like dreamt it, they say that they would own the rights to that as well, even though they can't exactly prove it. So that's why, with his contract, you know, he wouldn't be able to work on anything. So that's sort of one of the reasons why he chose not to work under Disney, even though they were offering him like $1 million.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, he was gonna be the animator for the genie in Aladdin.
Wait, why'd you say no again?
Because
He-
like he really wanted to work on his own film, his own projects.
So it just kind of got into his own time structure and schedule.
I guess in the documentary he just was more focused on like finishing his own films, because like I guess Disney took an interest in him because of his first film, or he did like a 5-minute short was called like Your Face, which got him like an Emmy nomination. or
Who's
maybe
this again?
Bill Plimpton.
Oh.
He
Plimpton.
yes.
What else did you do besides that?
What else? He did like a couple of films. Okay, so I Married a Stranger, Mutants from Mars, Toon, or The Toon. He recently finished a new film. I can't remember what it is. I gotta look it up. But pretty much he's pretty famous for like being the one animator who does a lot of his films in colored pencil.
Oh, my.
He's drawing traditionally, but he's also using colored pencils to do all of his animating with.
So like that one Snowman short film. I forget what it was. I think it was literally just called The Snowman. I saw it a long time ago, so I can't remember exactly. What if you intend on working for? I plan on working for myself, but I know like
It's really difficult, is
I-
it not?
yeah, figured that. So like, is there any like tips for like selling a movie that you've already made or to a studio?
So you would need an agent in order to do that. So that's sort of like one way to go about it. Like you would have to get an agent to kind of on his behalf communicate with somebody a part of like another studio, because that seems to be like the red tape kind of way. Like you can't just like walk up in front of the studio and just say like, hey, I'd like to book an appointment to pitch a show. It seems to not work that way.
Someone to vouch.
Yeah, somebody could vouch for you, but you would have to know somebody on the inside. Like
Right.
if you happen to say like for instance the workers who worked at Cartoon Network, like the ones who worked on Adventure Time, you know, like Rebecca Sugar, she was given the ability to pitch her show Steven Universe because she was already working on another show.
Didn't she? I recall she did the music for Adventure Time. Or
Yeah.
was she-
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
Yeah. And I think her boyfriend was the one that created OKKO.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nepotistic.
So coming to the business or in the industry not as a creator, but as just a team member. And
Yeah.
then once you plan yourself as a team member, only then when you get yourself familiar with the people in the industry, now you have connections and you have a better opportunity and chance of people listening to you and taking you seriously and hoping to make your show.
Yes, I mean, another way is like, for instance, you know, the creator of Harry Potter, because her books were so popular that pretty much a studio wanted to take a chance and just buy the rights to the characters to make their own version of Harry Potter.
Speaking of which, I'm pretty sure you guys are already aware of this, but did you know Michael Jackson wanted to do a musical based off Harry Potter?
I didn't know about that.
What
No.
the heck?
That sounds hilarious.
That sounds.
It does sound
Is
hilarious.
that what Neverland was based off of? That
Um,
was his Hogwarts or something?
No, I'm pretty sure Neverland was just based off Neverland from Peter Pan. He was a big fan of that movie. But he approached J.K. Rowling and she rejected.
Oh, oh, that's kind of sad now.
I do kind of want to peek into that alternate timeline where that it was going to be a play. I should probably mention.
No! Oh God! Okay, now it's really funny.
Oh yeah. I don't mean to bring up Scott Pilgrim again, but like the first book, My Precious Little Life, was automatically picked up for a movie deal after after it was published.
Nice.
And I guess they wanted to wait until the series was over until they started making the movie, even though the last book was released. Wasn't it released after the movie came out, or at least?
What? The book?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Like another series was like the How to Train Your Dragon, which I didn't know was a book before it was a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like a lot of DreamWorks ones.
Although from what I'm aware, the movie doesn't have much to do with the book outside of like the basic premise.
Wow.
A lot of DreamWorks movies are based on obscure books these days, like The Boss Baby, for example. I didn't know that was based off a book until I just read it.
Too?
Yeah, The Boss Baby.
Shrek was a book too.
Shrek makes sense.
Yeah, The Boss Baby was a picture book before it was a movie.
That one.
So was Bad Guys.
Okay, that one I've seen. I've seen the book first. Me-
Real creative over at this DreamWorks.
I mean, same thing with Disney. They've been adapting fairy
A
tales.
lot.
They just like look at the bookshelves and just kind of
Oh,
just gotta
right, that
sit
was a
there for like
movie.
15 minutes.
Yeah.
And
Most
they
of
pull
which,
out something and says, yeah, I'll make something out of that.
most of which take liberties with the source material.
But it seems like it's a method that like any young studio could start with if they just adapt like a famous fairy tale, then it's like gonna be an automatic hit.
Oh well, I can't. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of like I heard about this fairy tale called East of the Sun, West of the Moon. I thought it was pretty interesting, and I would like to make an adaptation of it.
To be fair as well, if they made Disney's Hercules like the source material, it would scar children everywhere.
Like fairy tales that came back then were
Yeah,
like
yeah.
actually had a lot of, story and thought and depth into it. Whereas
Yeah.
like Boss Baby was simply just kind of, it was simply like a 15-page children's book for just children that
Yeah.
parents would read to their
There's also
infants.
like there's also multiple versions. Like, isn't there like multiple versions of Cinderella?
Yeah.
There are.
There is.
I know the cartoon version omitted the part where the crows pecked out on where it got
Oh my God. I
stepsister's
forgot
eyes out and
Oh.
chopped off their toes and heels. Like in the book they did that, but in the cartoon they don't.
Well, no,
Leave it
I
out.
think it was the Chinese version of Cinderella where the stepsisters and stepmother, they get like a cave collapses in on them.
Yeah, there are a lot of like, well, it's kind of like that Del Toro's Pinocchio. That
Oh yeah,
came
wasn't
out.
that like something very like creepy happened in that one?
The thing is that it proved that, these fairy tales were interpreted in many different ways by different cultures. So it wasn't just a single, some of them were just a single story made by a single artist, but some of them were just tales told around the village at the time, and people had different interpretations of them, and that's why, like, that message that Pinocchio movie came out, it was basically telling people, hey, that Pinocchio that that came from the 40s, with the suspenders and
That's
the
messed
hat, that's not the only Pinocchio.
And then another,
That's not his only story. There's multiple stories of him.
yeah, and another version of Pinocchio, Lampwick is named Candlewick, and he dies from exhaustion of working too hard, and Pinocchio steps on and kills Jiminy Cricket.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, it's the original book, I believe.
Garfield made a joke about that.
How'd we get on that again?
This is just from the first question. Okay, next one is, what are some of the mistakes to avoid when creating a portfolio? So the big one is like adding too many pieces. Seems to be like a good amount is like between maybe 15, 25, or 30, because pretty much a recruiter only has like maybe a minute or two, because they're reviewing probably like hundreds of applicants throughout their day, so they can only give a portfolio at most maybe a few minutes. So that's why, like, one thing is like have a direct link to your portfolio, so make sure that it works. And the first thing that they see, there are samples of the works that you want them to see. So, so that's definitely one thing to avoid. And some portfolios out there are using like passwords, because they don't want it out in public for anybody to see. So sometimes when an artist sends their portfolio, they forget to send the password. So guess what? They're not able to have their stuff viewed up, and the recruiter just moves on to the next artist.
Why would artists not want people to see their portfolio?
Because they can
No,
steal
no,
it.
no, well, yeah, what she said. It's theft.
They can steal it?
Yeah.
Some of it is like NDA work, where it's like some shows that are like they work, they spend like a year on, and then all of a sudden that show is that it gets canned. But apparently, because the show was never like released to the public, they can't share openly what they've worked on. So I've seen some artists have like sections where they show like the stuff that's been released, but they have the one section that's like password protected.
There won't be some sort of like copyright law or some sort of plagiarism copyright to prevent people from doing it to begin with?
No, it's not about copyright. It's like the company's getting angry at the artist for like releasing work that's not released yet to the public. Apparently, either it's like they're afraid about losing money. I mean, this is mostly just like kind of like speculation, because they see like the moment like an episode is released of a certain show, then you see like all the artists are showing like what they worked on, but you don't see them do it like before the episode comes out. So there's definitely some sort of like you're not allowed to show what you worked on for the episode before it comes out. Okay, how can you make sure your portfolio is relevant to the position you're applying for?
I would say,
Check the age listings.
if you want to be like a storyboard artist, I suggest just submit a bunch of storyboards.
I mean, yes.
Or if you worked on a past project, show them storyboards to that, and then show the final result.
Yes, you're definitely right about the storyboards. Like storyboarding is a little, it's kind of could be similar to like an animation portfolio, but the thing is, you're being judged on your ability to tell a story, how your composition, and probably maybe like your pacing, because they probably, like, I guess maybe like if you're being hired for like a fast-paced show, like maybe Teen Titans Go, you want to show that you can tell quick jokes. So that's sort of one way to go about it, because
Show your consistency through your storyboards? How you can be fast-paced and quick to create?
Or
No.
variety too.
yes.
So you're not just you can only do one thing.
What? Oh,
I like to think, I've created a lot of series, and I like to think they're not all the same. For example, one series, I created the series Kitten Around and Miss Ma'am. One series is about cartoon stereotypes, where and unrequited love, and other types of love as well. And another series, and then the other series is about a cat who acts like a furry black person, and is a social activist standing up for rights of other cats and himself.
So another thing to show is, like, for instance, maybe you're applying to get a job at Family Guy, so you need to show that that you're staying on model.
I can tell many types of fart jokes. I'll bet that can get me a job there.
Make sure to do all those cutaways
Oh, yeah.
every 10 seconds.
Yeah, this is just like the time that has nothing to do with the episode.
Yeah.
A lot of South Park fans here, people.
So, well, it has nothing to do with them. Not all people who hate Family Guy are South Park fans. Some people don't like either.
People usually hate South Park simply because of people usually just hate South Park simply because of like the crudeness and the violence and the disgusting graphics that they show.
I have no ill will against either show.
Yeah, they're all
People
right.
usually hate Family Guy simply because of that specific cutaway. It's like a constant reminder that like, hey, this isn't real.
Other people
Don't get invested. Don't get attached in any way, shape, or form.
Other people sometimes hate Family Guy because their jokes and what they talk about normally has nothing to do with the plot, and they constantly go off topic, and that pisses some people off.
I mean, they do, though.
Because they have to, because a lot of the time they have to explain the joke
Yeah.
in detail.
So they
It's
have
like
to,
when you start explaining a joke, it's not really that funny.
yeah, so they have to put up a visual gag in order to explain why the joke is funny, and that puts some people off.
What question was that? Number
Oh.
3?
This is the second one. Oh no, it was number 3. Okay. So number 4. How often should you update your portfolio?
I guess, well, definitely if your art style changes.
Like maybe
Every 2 months.
2 or 3 months, I guess, depending on how much new content you've made.
Yeah, I
I didn't say.
It just popped right out.
Maybe
usually
it's
I
new or
just
something.
I usually just update whenever there's new stuff I want to like add as demonstrations of my work.
Depending on whether you're depending on how often you get fired.
That sounds very.
So whenever you
that
get
sounds
fired,
very
you
true.
change it?
Yeah, I mean you gotta add new stuff in there.
That sounds very true, but it's kind of funny.
The clanking you might hear is we're making buttons.
Yes, right.
Yes, we are.
All the buttons.
And we're doing great at it.
Yeah, more or less.
We're providing a bit of ASMR here.
Is that awesome?
That's a nail.
I know it's a nail, but like,
That's the audience.
oh,
That's a nail.
I mean, yeah, I guess anything can be ASMR. You just riding your fingernail across like something that's doing like a sound.
And there's also the very unpopular art of anti-ASMR.
Why would you do that?
might as well go get a chalkboard or a plate.
We're going to get.
Because I am evil.
That'll probably get more views.
Oh yes.
Not for the right reasons.
oh,
but
look.
it'll
Yes,
get
we
more
dropped a
views.
nail in a YouTube video. Thousands of views.
Oh, look at that spike.
That's terrible. Oh no.
Man, I feel sorry for everyone whoever's listening to this while they're like asleep or something.
I was about to say, I'm so sorry for all those headphone, especially earbud users.
Okay, what are some tips for creating a strong online presence for your portfolio?
Put yourself out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Find a specific audience, I guess.
Yes, that is true. Like,
Well, with online, you have like a lot more wiggle room, so you can like try new things whenever you want to. You're really your own boss at that point. So it will probably take a while, but eventually you'll find your audience if you're lucky.
Eventually.
I mean, definitely, like, I would say some creators whose YouTube channels, for instance, are considered as content farm. So, for instance, this one guy, Rocky Raccoon, this guy does like a lot of meme-related content. He does like YouTube shorts. These videos only last up to like maybe 10 to 20 seconds long, but they're always like, they're either song-based. He doesn't really do much of his own voice acting. It's always like he kind of takes bits of a song that seems to be like trending. But
He named himself after a Beatles song.
I thought it was the Marvel character.
Yeah, for a second I thought you were talking about the Marvel character.
I mean, definitely one of the characters is a raccoon, so maybe that's
I thought that was his name, Rocket.
Rocky.
Rocky. He said
Rocky.
Rocky.
Yeah, this is our.
Oh, Rocky Rac. Oh, I thought you
Yeah.
said Rocket.
Oh,
Rocky.
Rocky. Okay,
Rocky
makes
Raccoon.
sense.
Yeah, that's a
R-O-C-K-Y.
Beatles song.
Oh.
So he doesn't have a specific audience, or he just appeals to like.
I think he
Everyone?
does a lot of like just meme
Something went
content.
Please try again.
Okay.
My Siri, sorry.
But it seems like his content is sort of like, it's easy to make. You just kind of find a song, or maybe you find like what everybody else is doing, or whatever meme that's trending that day. Because like I almost see him make like a new video almost every day.
You think he's having a computer help him out with that, or?
Well, yeah. I believe that his the character, like, it's all rigged. Like he doesn't have to redraw the characters so often. Like using like a puppet rig, where he just has to maybe just change a few things. There's this one particular video that kind of shows like this one meme that he did. Was called. Let me see, where is it?
Okay, that one was by accident.
Yeah.
Still be charged for it.
He did this one with like Poppy Playtime. What was it called?
Oh no.
In the meantime, you guys excited for the Zelda movie?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
there's
that's
a
a
live
thing.
action Zelda movie.
Yeah, it's a thing that's happening.
I don't know how to feel about that.
It's based on the success of the Mario movie, isn't it?
Of course
yeah,
it
but
is.
It's being made by Sony.
Oh dear.
Still don't know how to feel about it.
Isn't that kind of like
The ways they're kind of linked.
isn't
It's
so,
live
Oh,
action,
he's
yes.
but isn't
So
Sony
it's all
making
fake.
the Zelda movie
Oh,
kind of like
you don't have to
asking
redraw
Warner Brothers to make a Mickey Mouse
everything.
movie?
You know, it's all, just kind of
God.
poses it all. So you can just take like the same character
Or
and make it move
Paramount to make a Mickey Mouse movie.
Nah, I think Warner Brothers are more of their competitor.
I know Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon are staunch rivals, and Nick's owned by Paramount and Cartoon Network's owned by Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers is like the big rival with Disney.
That makes a lot of sense.
Makes sense. Well, even though but here's the thing though, Warner Brothers stuff has aired on Disney before, like Sex Shock airing on on Disney XD or Jetix or something, but Cartoon Network has never aired any Disney stuff.
I'll take a picture of it.
Why is that? That Disney has aired Warner Brothers stuff like Pinky and the
Do you have a
Brain
scanner?
and Static Shock,
No, I just I'm gonna
but
post it to the
Warner Brothers has never aired any Disney stuff on any of their networks.
channel, right? For that?
You just email them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, email
Because
them
nobody
your
knows.
picture.
No,
but
not
I would
really.
say like
I guess
give them like a high quality version. Use like a scanner.
Disney is stingier about what goes on
Like you
other networks than Warner Brothers is.
No, I've
No?
never.
Oh, okay.
I used it to post it here.
Oh, I guess, I was just.
All right, well, I'm gonna
that was
try and
just
fill
to
the
show
dead
off,
area here.
But I wanna
I
send
was
to them
gonna-
directly, then like, email them the,
So,
I was gonna say, I remember being
yeah,
in
you just use,
my
it's
first
like
year of high
copy
school,
paste it and send it
and
to
my
them
English
directly.
teacher looked at my
But I
drawings and
was-
was like,
I
"You
was
should apply
just
for
like,
Disney."
you know,
And
using
I,
scanning,
before then, got
scanning,
really
yeah.
excited because I was like, "Oh man, Disney is not that bad." Then at the time, this was like
Yeah.
2019ish. But I didn't know what Disney kind of like, what
I've
their
never done that before.
rules are and everything, because my comic was in a gray area between
You know, use my remote.
sort of for
Yeah.
kids and
Yeah.
definitely not for kids. So I asked my friend who's a Disney freak,
Oh, they do. Yeah, you could do that.
and I was like, "Well, what are like
Yeah,
the
thing on the side.
the rules
Oh.
here?" She's like, "No nipples," and I was like, "Okay, that's fine. No sex," and I was like, "Okay, that's also fine." And then she said, "No blood," and I was like, "Okay, that draws the line right there."
not. Yeah, it's sort of why the reason I want to try and do my own stuff.
Because I mean, like, I like nice and gory fight scenes. It's fun.
Well, I mean,
Drawing it is fun.
I don't care whether or not it winds up in any of my work. I just don't want other people to tell me what I can and cannot put in my stuff.
I guess that'll be some tips for creating a strong online presence.
What happened?
Yeah, I have one of my cartoons pulled off of YouTube, Miss Ma'am, because it violated community guidelines. And I guess that's because it contains a picture of Miss Ma'am in there with nothing but a bikini on.
Oh well, no, what?
Oh wait, did you use a music or something?
No, I didn't use music, but it contains a picture of Miss Ma'am, and she's and there are two characters in a hot tub, and she says to them, "Hey fellas, room for one more."
I mean, is that not that bad?
But a common theme of Miss Ma'am is that these other cartoon characters will flirt with her and try to get with her, and she'll use cartoon violence in order to punish them because she doesn't want them.
That doesn't sound bad.
I'm proud that it's considered controversial by some, and that some parts some people are pulling it off their sites because it shows that he's getting recognition.
Well,
I'll have to look
fair enough, I guess.
Yeah.
Is it on anything else?
Yeah, and it hasn't gotten pulled off of most of the stuff I put it on, but yeah, that cartoon got pulled off.
Could you post it on like the Discord server?
If you don't mind.
Oh, the Discord, I could see if I could, but that was on TikTok where I posted it and it got pulled off. Because like I said, it contains a picture of this man, nothing but a skimpy little bikini.
All right. Well, hold on, I gotta take a call real quick. Be right back.
Sure.
I guess they frown down on sex on TikTok.
But they do a lot of disgusting, like people have like a lot of disgusting drawings on it and they get away with it.
So I've been known for my cartoons with sexual themes, and I'm very proud of it too.
You crossed the line. You did an inappropriate drawing. They're okay with like skimpy women in bikinis on TikTok, but
All right.
real life people. But no, if it's a cartoon, it's no.
All right.
Banned.
Gentlemen, lady, I have
Oh,
to
yeah.
go.
You have to leave?
All right.
Yeah.
We'll see you later then.
See ya.
Okay. So,
Oh yeah, I forgot. Aiden didn't come. Wonder what happened to him. He said he was gonna come today, but whatever.
all right.
Oh well then.
Okay.
All right, make sure I got everything.
So, questions for the animators. What are some things to keep in mind when creating a portfolio for? Wait, why did it say for character design?
Oh, character design is a big one.
For character design. Okay. So to draw a variety of different styles, like, I guess depending on what studio you're going to, you gotta show that you can replicate the show styles. Like, say for instance, you make a portfolio, you're applying to Nickelodeon, show that you can maybe draw a character design of like maybe some of the characters from, you're not trying to draw a character from the show, but you're trying to do your own rendition of a character
in
that would
that
be
style.
in that style. Yeah.
Oh god. That sounds very complicated. I mean, I've seen many YouTube videos of like stuff like that.
Well, there are a lot of the basic similar traits that that characters have in common in certain shows. So you just have, it's usually like the nose or the eyes or
Sounds very complicated.
People it's not that complicated.
I know it's probably not that complicated. I'm overthinking it, but
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah. It's like
yeah.
it's just like simple things like just puts it down to the shapes and like you gotta of course study the characters and
Right.
like put the pieces together. It says okay, this is kind of what captures that visual aspect overall, and just use that as a template. And then once you draw that out as a template, you can start adding your own details.
People have drawn my original characters and their styles for like these two, for example. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say if you follow Cartoon Network's Instagram, they've been posting a lot of characters from other, like being reinterpreted in other show styles. So that's sort of like a great example that I would recommend looking up for a reference of just like taking a character and how it would look like in various show styles for that network. But yeah, since you know what? I haven't even checked Cartoon Network's like Instagram since like it recently shut down the building, and they've recently started showing that like they're starting to take down the letters as well.
Oh my.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I mean, I've seen their Instagram. They have been posting very frequently.
It sounds like they're not going to do shit with that building.
Their childhood is fleeting.
Yeah.
There's Cartoon Network Studios still around. There's just they pulled it into the Warner Brothers building now.
Yeah.
Or they all went to Adult Swim.
Oh yeah.
That seems to be booming with popularity.
Oh yeah.
Still gonna miss that building though.
Yeah, I've been inside it too many times.
You have?
No, of course not.
I'm about to say.
I mean, I've actually been at like its doorsteps the one time I visited California.
You didn't go inside?
No, well, I didn't know. Well, okay. So I was visiting a CTN Expo, and it was during the week of like Thanksgiving, so it didn't look like anybody was there to like answer the door.
Oh.
Everybody was just on vacation, so I just did like a selfie right in front of like the sign that said Cartoon Network. So at least I have proof that I was there.
Yeah, when in doubt, take a selfie.
And oh yeah, so other things to add for a character design portfolio, you gotta do character turnarounds,
Oh yeah.
expressions, just like a page of like the same character, but just doing like various expressions. I guess to show like a range of emotion.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and to kind of make like it's sort of like a character sheet, but also have the same character wearing different varieties of clothing.
Oh, that's my problem. Clothing.
Okay, what are some things to keep in mind when creating a portfolio for storyboarding?
In your storyboards, I guess, provide examples of the variety of angles
Mm-hmm.
that you can do, because that's what a lot of people, are searching for in terms of storyboards. You have to enhance it from 2D to 3D sometimes, showing, the 2 to 3 point perspectives and proving to them that you're capable of writing in all those formats.
Mm-hmm.
That would be one thing to keep in mind when showing that portfolio to the executives.
Yes, so a storyboard portfolio can have samples that are in telling a story in video, or you could have it set up where it's like, it's sort of like you could click a slide and then have like each board just kind of like, they can like scroll through it, just like click, 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 next panel, next panel, next panel, so they
Like
can go
show
through.
PowerPoint. Bless you. No
Thank
worries.
you.
Yeah.
But I suppose video is better because you can actually add audio and tell the story, so that they can kind of or the recruiter can get an idea of just like what story you're trying to tell. And you could have more than one story telling, or I would say that you would make separate maybe a couple videos of storyboarded stories that you've done to tell like different stories. So I guess you can show like a range of like different storytellings. Maybe you tell a happy story, a sad story, a comical story. I guess it depends on like the network that you're applying for. So if you're applying for like a show like I mean, I don't want to have to say or already mention like Teen Titans Go because Family Guy. I'm trying to think of like a different show to just have like a variety.
A different new show or a different or any show that exists?
I guess any show that exists that kind of shows like a different type of pacing.
Simpsons.
I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose like storyboarding in like the Simpsons style would be an example
Of what?
of what? Good question. I suppose if you could read, like I know that they need storyboarders to do like the backgrounds, or no, wait, that would be considered as a background designer.
Artist, yes.
Background artist, yeah. So, I suppose you would need to show that you can be consistent. Maybe just tell a story with the characters. I wonder if it's like the rules might be different. If like, I suppose if you would have to tell a different story, but they would look like Simpsons characters, or you would actually, because I know in a test, they would give you a script and then you would try to storyboard the scripts in your style. They would see if you can do their style.
I'll give you a more modern one.
Yeah.
Gumball.
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah, Gumball.
Forgot about that
It's a
one.
pretty fast-paced show, so I would assume you would probably need to show that you can you understand that like what is their comedic timing.
Mm-hmm. So you'd basically kind of format it with how long the panel should be in terms of like the time frame when it goes from one shot to the next.
Yeah. Most likely. What are some things to keep in mind when creating a portfolio for animation?
I guess knowing, doing different types of frame rates and having the animation be consistent. Like knowing how to do different types of frame rates and having the animation be consistent, I believe.
Yes. Like, it seems the average portfolio or animation demo reel length should be between like maybe 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes. And what you need to show is like that you understand the 12 principles of animation.
Oh gosh, 12.
Which is sort of like, squash and stretch.
Oh.
Characters moving in arcs, characters moving realistically or silly. You need to show that you can have a character kind of change emotion, like in a natural way. Go from like, for instance, maybe the character's happy and then you can kind of show them thinking before they shift into maybe a sad emotion.
So like as in like the realization point maybe? Is
Yeah.
that what you- okay.
Yeah, and some animators like to do like an actual like where they have the character actually look like with their eyes can show like a realization before they actually where they actually think.
I see.
Alright, I have to go.
All right. Yeah, thanks for coming out, Logan.
Oh goodness.
We'll be finishing up.
Oh no.
Okay. So name a few professionals, or is there anything else that we should add for the animation? 'Cause
Have a nice night, guys.
All right, see ya.
See ya.
See ya.
I suppose each section of like, at least you have 2 minutes of samples of animation. So you could show like maybe 10 minutes, or no, not 10 minutes. I mean 10 seconds of like a different animation style in the demo reel, so you can show variety.
Is this number 9 or number 10?
This is number 9. I was almost gonna go to 10, but then I thought like maybe there's something else I should add to animation because we only it came with like maybe a handful.
Maybe mention your software experience. What softwares you have been using to create them, and what you're aware of.
Yeah, that's true.
Because like some companies like to use specific softwares, like make it restrict to this company, so they have to be like, oh, are you aware of this? And because if you're not, then you're very unlikely for us to accept you.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's definitely some portfolios that I've seen that have like a side by side of the shot where they have like a penciled version before they show like the final clean colored with the shadows added to the scene. Kind of like a before and after to like show the process. So. Okay, I guess we'll move on to the last one. Okay, name a few professionals whose portfolio you can look at right now. I know for animation, there's this one guy called Paul Vertor. Let me look him up real quick. So he goes by P. Oh wait. Oh yeah. Oh, this is this guy. Oh, okay, same guy. So PAULT space TER and then space VOORDE. So you can see his demo reel and some of the samples that he's done. He's done like that Cartoon Network 30 years bit.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I loved seeing his portfolio. So that's one for an animation portfolio that you can see. There are like others out there.
One professional I'd recommend for his artwork is a storyboard artist named John Allemand, who has worked on Courage the Cowardly Dog as I believe a background designer for Courage the Cowardly Dog and Kids Next Door.
Ooh.
And a little bit of Daria too.
Oh,
He's
cool.
made some storyboards for him. He actually, when I met him at the Gators Road Book Festival, he actually had actual storyboards for Daria.
Nice.
The actual storyboards that they used to create it in production, had them in these big cases. So, yeah, he showed us his website, www.salamander.com, and he has a pretty good portfolio. So yeah, I'd recommend him as a pretty good professional to learn from and be inspired by.
So if you're interested into like a sample of a character design portfolio, definitely Steven Silver. If you go to his site, Silver Draws Academy, or maybe it was the Steven Silver Academy. It's like a website where like you can learn about character design and his process. So his portfolio is on his website as well, so you can easily have access to it and just see the samples of works that he's done. He worked on Kim Possible, the Clerks animated series, and that show Replacements. So he's been on a couple shows.
You can tell by his style. The Kim Possible, that was created by Bob and Mark Macaulay and Bob Shuey. That's what their names, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You can tell by their style that they also worked on the Clerks animated series. Bob Shuey and Mark McCorkle.
Okay. Any other portfolios I should mention? There's like a ton out there. If you look up just like maybe depending on the position you're interested in, like maybe animation portfolio, and I would say look at the current one for this year, because they always like make a new one.
They always change it up.
Yeah, they always change it up or update it every year.
So before before I go, are we showing off our portfolios now?
No. I was more like recommending the listeners portfolios of professionals that they should if they can find online currently depending on the position that they want to work for. It's good for them to take a look at like a portfolio of a professional, so they can kind of get an idea about like, oh, so this person did this. I'll try and make something similar, so I have like an understanding, kind of like doing your research, so that you see like, okay, so there's a pattern
This is
of
what
like,
you're supposed to do.
yeah, this is what you should be in your portfolio to guarantee that I'll get a job in this job at the position that I want to get into.
Oh, alright.
Yeah.
Well, if there's no other reason for you to be here, then yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for coming out. Yeah, we're finishing up. So,
Yeah, it is.
Almost done.
Yes.
The club technically ended about 9
Well-
minutes ago.
Well, sure, but you know, like there were other times when these meetings went down to out to like 10:30. So we did like a recording sessions of like an hour and a half. So those were fun when we did that. We just kept chatting forever.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So what happened? When was that, last week?
No.
A couple of times.
Was it last week?
Like I think it was one time we did it on like the third week, and another time maybe it was last week or the week before. Like pretty much you'll see on like the YouTube channel the episodes that are like an hour and a half. I would say the one that was like kind of hilarious because when we stayed until like 10:30, right when because apparently the television screen kind of like cuts out right exactly at 10:30.
Oh, went to sleep?
It kind of, either it goes to sleep. It's like I just noticed it happens when I'm like editing the audio, that like the screens itself they turn off at exactly 10:30. But you know, I quickly turn it back on, and then it's still open up. You know, it didn't lock me
Was
out.
it the one where like you didn't save and we're like trying to?
It was saving in the middle of it,
Yeah,
and it's like
I remember
then
that.
it turns off exactly. But it still saved it, so so at least we didn't lose it.
An entire thing.
Yeah.
Oh god. I remember doing that for my podcast where we lost the entire recording and had to redo it in my friend's car.
Dang.
Not fun.
Okay. So to conclude the podcast, if our listeners have stayed until the end, thank you so much for standing by. Be sure to like and subscribe. Check out our other platforms. We now have a Giphy, so if you want to just use our GIFs, feel free to do so. Link in the description. And oh right, what should we talk about for next meeting?
Not sure, honestly. Well, we did portfolios.
What have we gone over so far in the last
Marketing
podcast?
your show, maybe?
Marketing a show?
And like if you make an independent show or something like that.
Sure. Marketing a show or developing a show.
Or that.
Yeah.
That's probably much better.
We also had
We
like
can
developing a
include-
cartoon.
Yeah, developing your own cartoon show for YouTube or indie films.
Okay.
Yeah, that could be a good discussion. Developing from like start to finish. Maybe also how to like maybe get other people to get on board. You know, without having to pay them at first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
'Cause
getting a team together more.
Yeah, because that's pretty much how Visby Pop got her pilots. Because she didn't really, I don't think she paid anybody for the first episode or for the pilot episode. Everybody was sort of volunteering their time, but I believe everybody just believed in just wanting to work on this project. That I suppose like some of them did get hired for the next for Hell of a Boss, so I guess it kind of worked out for them. So unless she did, I'll do some research to see if the animators on the pilot of Hell of a no, what was the other show? I'm blanking. It's like Has Been Hotel.
Yes.
Yes. If they got paid or not. I know at least the voice actor was complaining before because he didn't get paid.
Dang.
Yes. Because like after when the show got picked up, then there was like complaints about not getting paid or anything like that. But it was like some of them agreed to not get paid to begin with because they didn't know how big the pilot episode was going to be at the time. Okay. All right. I guess that's a wrap. All right.
Alright.
End of episode.